Hi everyone, breaking news today. The CM of Manipur, the Chief Minister of Manipur, and Biren Singh has tendered his resignation letter today to Governor Ajay Kumar Pala. So this has been the demand for many political parties like Congress and many civil society organizations, and mostly from the Kuki side. Also, there are some neutral people like the Nagas who have been calling for the resignation of the current Chief Minister of Manipur, CM Biren Singh, not because he has done so many things wrong, but the conflict had occurred in his leadership. So when conflict and killings and death of men, thousands of people, tens of hundreds of people happened, the responsibility comes down to the leadership, right? So one has to own the moral responsibility. One has to take the responsibility of what happens under his or her leadership. So that's the logic of why people called him to tender resignation, so that he can pave way for new government, new phase, so that the conflict can come to an end, the tensions that have been arising can again slow down a little bit, so that people of Manipur can live in peace. So that has been the call of many civil society organizations and in many political parties. However, as we learned the news of his resignation letter that has been submitted to the governor of Manipur, I would like to highlight some of the things that we should remember from the past. If you look at it, you will realize and you'll remember that N. Biren Singh was elected as a CM, as an MLA leading the BJP party in Manipur in 2017. And since he came to power, I would admit that Manipur became more peaceful for a few years until recently, from May 3rd, 2023. So, I have made a video in the past stating that Biren Singh had really contributed so much to the peaceful state of Manipur, because as I analyzed the data in 2018 and 19, I learned that after he occupied the office of the chief minister in Manipur, we learned that the conflict, or let's say the band and strikes that regularly happened during the Ibobi Singh leadership in Manipur has reduced so much. So that was mostly or largely attributed to the leadership of N. Biren Singh. However, the unfortunate day, on the fateful day of May 3rd, 2023, his leadership came crashing down. And that we have learned, and we realized that, okay, this is not going to end up well, because as a leader, he was not able to control the conflict, which went out of hand, went totally out of control. So I would like to mention that, and as a result of the conflict that happened since May 2023, 4th May 2023, we learned that he was forced to submit a resignation letter, or he was forced to resign in several occasions. And at one time, he wanted to go and submit the resignation letter. He blamed that his supporters did not allow him to go and march towards the governor's residence. And his supporters came and tore up the resignation letter that he had already prepared to submit to the governor that day. So it was more like a drama. It was more like a staged. He really didn't want to resign, so he gave free hand to his supporters. So his supporters would not allow him to go and submit the resignation letter. In the meantime, they would tear up the resignation letter that was already ready for that day. So he did not resign as a result, which was very obvious, and we all knew about it. So there's nothing surprising about it when you think about what actually happened that day. However, today in this turn of event, I think the Congress leaders of Manipur have been calling for the resignation of CM Biren Singh, but today, unfortunately or fortunately, he has finally submitted the resignation letter to the governor of Manipur. But before this happened today, he rushed to Delhi a few days ago, and I think he was probably advised by the party leadership and like Amit Shah and Narendra Modi for him to put down the resignation letter, so that peace can return to Manipur. And that has been the call of many people as well, like I said. However, that did not happen, but fortunately or unfortunately, it has happened today. I think personally that has also been my call as an individual. I'm nobody, but as an individual, that has also been my call, so that a new phase can emerge and people's hope can be restored, so that this kind of conflict should not continue or prolong for quite a long time. And now that he has submitted his resignation letter, I would like to mention some of the few things that he has mentioned in his resignation letter. So he addressed the Honorable Governor of Manipur. Subject is submission of resignation from the post of Chief Minister of Manipur. So, Honorable Sir, I Nongthombam Biren Singh, which is N. Biren Singh, Chief Minister of Manipur, I am submitting my resignation herewith. And he stated that it has been an honor to serve the people of Manipur thus far, so which has truly been an honor for him. I don't know whether that was whatever he has done is honorable or not honorable, but he said it has been an honor to serve the people of Manipur thus far. And he said, I am extremely grateful to the central government for timely actions, intervention, developmental work, and implementation of various projects for safeguarding the interest of every single Manipuri. So he has really given the credit, and he's grateful to the central government for timely actions. I highly doubt about the timely actions, and whatever the central government has done so far for the Manipur state has not been timely. It has not been timely at all, even up till the resignation that he has tendered today. So I would say it's not timely, yes, but as a party member, he is supposed to be just grateful for whatever reasons. And he continued, my sincere request to the central government through your good office is to continue with the same. And he wants the central government to continue the same as he is grateful for. And now he said, I take this opportunity to enumerate the most important ones of them. So he highlighted some of the most important issues that he wants the central government to focus on when it comes to the state of Manipur. The number one is to maintain the territorial integrity of Manipur, which has a rich and diverse civilizational history over 1,000 years. All right, so he wanted to maintain the territorial integrity of Manipur because he's afraid of breaking the state of Manipur by forgetting or trifurcating the state of Manipur for the Nagas, Kukis, may they separate it. So he's scared of that. I mean, he just struck the voice of his concern. And the number two is to crack down on border infiltration and to formulate policy for the deportation of the illegal immigrants. I think that's not a bad call. So I would say to crack down on border infiltration. Of course, there should not be any infiltration, and this is totally different from free movement regime. So in somehow it is a good expectation, I would say. And the third point he mentioned is to continue the fight against drugs and narco-terrorism. Of course, we have to continue fighting drugs and narco-terrorism, but we don't know who is involved. And he was being allegedly, Brinta, the superintendent of police, Brinta once accused him of hand in glove with the drug dealers and the people who are dealing with drugs and so on. So whether he was involved directly or he was not involved, we don't know, but he has been accused of involving with drug dealers by Brinta, hand in gloves with the drug dealers in Manipur. And the fourth point he mentioned is to continue the stringent and foolproof revised mechanism of FMR with the biometric being stringently applied. So this is about FMR and so on. Nagas stand against it, and even the Kukis stand against it. Let's see what happens. And the fifth point is time-bound and faster border, which is underway. So he wants to speed up the border preparation or the fencing of the borders around the state of Manipur. So these are the 5 points that he has left with for the central government, and he wants the central government to take serious note on these 5 points as he exits the office. But there are rumors doing the rounds tonight and this evening that he is resigning just for formality, but he will be given the charge until the new government forms, until the new leadership takes over. In fact, when resignation happens, he is ending there itself. He is exiting immediately. But this is not the case, because there is a rumor during the rounds, like I said this evening, that he will continue to take charge of the government until the new phase or the new leadership is appointed by the central government. Because there will be no election for sure, but the central government has to involve, not central government as such, but the party leadership, the BJP central leadership has to involve and to do some of a reshuffle within the party leadership in Manipur state, so that they can propose and they can nominate someone to lead the party in place of Biren Singh. So whether this is a good news or bad news, we do not know, and we cannot guarantee that there will be a better outcome now. However, the only good thing is, for me and to my mind personally, the only good thing is that as a leader, he should be taking moral responsibility like this. He should have taken this moral responsibility long time ago. We don't know whether the conflict will come to an end or the conflict will prolong despite his resignation. But what we are sure, and what I'm sure about here is, as a citizen, is that he has taken the moral responsibility as a leader because of whatever has happened in the ugly state of affair that has happened in the state of Manipur. So by taking this moral responsibility, I think that he's doing the right thing, and he should have done that long time ago, without necessarily being compelled or being forced by anyone. Now he's being pressured, so he's doing that, which is not good as a leader. So this is the brief analysis and news that I want to share today, and I hope you enjoy, and looking forward to new development in the state of Manipur, and hope and pray that peace returns to the state of Manipur and citizens can live peacefully. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue the conversation. Thank you.